Well, it's not an Eagles game, but since Bird's Nest Media also covers the NFL on a broader scale, wanted to bring you one of the most exciting matchups of divisional round weekend, certainly for Lions fans who are hosting their second playoff game of their tenure at Ford Field. So, this is going to be an exciting matchup versus the team that knocked the Eagles out of the playoffs, and honestly, the team that I am hoping gets bounced out themselves this week. Going up against the Detroit Lions is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We was planning on streaming during this time slot anyway, certainly hope. Certainly glad that you are stopping by to check this game out. Um, no, I'm a little bit behind the eight ball with getting this stream started here, but we are underway in just a few moments here. So glad you could join us here on Bird's Nest Media's coverage of the Detroit Lions versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams that certainly did not expect probably to make it to this point. The Detroit Lions, you asked them at the beginning of this year, they certainly had high hopes to make the playoffs, but I don't think they were expecting to host a playoff game, let alone make it to the divisional round. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the NFC South being a problem, being the worst division of the NFC, possibly the worst division of the NFL for that matter, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers held on for dear life at the end of the season for them, and then they came out and absolutely walloped the Philadelphia Eagles to make it to the divisional round themselves. Again, not a game that they were necessarily favored in, but a game that did occur, and certainly a game that led to them being in the divisional round. So we are here. We are getting things going. Appreciate you all stopping by. We are going to be checking out this game here, keeping things going. This will be the only divisional round matchup that I will be streaming. We may get. My plan is so. This is the only divisional round game that we'll stream, and then next week we will get both the AFC and NFC championship games. So I would like to snag both of those in there before we round out the season. So thank you so much for stopping by. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. It really helps the channel out. And we are just about 3 minutes away from kickoff here at Ford Field. Again, just the second home game in the playoffs that Ford Field has hosted. The Lions haven't been division winners since 1991, so more than 32 years. So this is going to be a huge. This is a huge moment for them. So we are just about 2 minutes away from kickoff. Again, thank you so much for stopping by. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. It really helps the channel out. Lions fans hoping for big victory today. Buccaneers fans also. It was a little bit snowy over at Ford Field this week, but it is currently a controlled climate, so it's 68 degrees at Ford Field. The current outdoor temperature there is 25, so it's a little cold. But yeah, Ford Field isn't a dome. Appreciate y'all again stopping by. We're just a couple minutes away from kickoff here. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Birds Nest Media. Share the stream. Really helps the channel out. Again, this is going to be the only divisional round game that we will stream this week. And I was planning on streaming during this block anyway, because if the Eagles had beaten the Buccaneers, they would have been playing in this block anyway. So, but alas, we all know how that went. And I will say at this point, and I'm working on getting some guests on in the next couple of episodes to talk about this, at least for the Eagles, because this is an Eagles channel. I will say the Eagles the Eagles made some interesting moves at this point, especially not having the end of the year press conference that they are required to have yet. They haven't had that. I guess a big part of that is trying to figure out who's actually going to do it. So there we are. But yeah, we are back. We are almost at kickoff here, waiting to see this game. If you want to catch game footage, this game is being broadcast on NBC. So NBC has this game. And it looks like the Lions will be the team that gets the ball first to start this game off. So they're doing the final reports here, getting everybody set. They did the coin toss. Again, glad you're with us. This is going to be a good game, I'm sure, and we will see how this pans out. All right, so here we go. We got Todd Bowles out there as the head coach for the Buccaneers. Dan Campbell, the head coach of the Lions. Referee for today's game is Bill Vinovich. Umpire Alex Moore. Down judge Tom Steffen. Line judge Mark Perlman. Field judge Joe Blueball. Side judge Jimmy Buchanan. Back judge Brad Freeman. The replay official is Mark Butterworth. And Jake Camarda is on to kick this away. The Lions will get the ball to start this game, and this game is underway. And that kickoff goes out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions will get things going from their own 25-yard line. You've got Jared Goff coming out onto the field. Jared Goff coming out onto the field with his offense there, and he's going to line up in the gun. We've got it back to his left. Man goes in motion, lines up in the slot to the near side. Goff takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He's throwing. It's going to be overthrown. He was looking for his running back, actually. He was looking for David Montgomery, and that's going to be incomplete. It's a little short screen pass, so that's going to bring up second down and 10 for the Lions. We got 14:55 left in the first quarter. Goff in the gun. We've got Montgomery to his left. Goff takes a snap, back, looking, throwing. It is caught by Montgomery. Montgomery going to get up to the 30 to the 32-yard line is where they're going to mark him down. So that's going to bring up third down and 3 for the Lions. And the Lions finding themselves in a third down situation early here. We've got Goff now in the gun, back to his right. Goff takes a snap, back, looking, throwing, and it is tipped incomplete. He was looking for Amon-Ra St. Brown, and that is going to bring up 4th down and 3, and we'll send the Lions punting unit onto the field. Is knocked down by Kalijah Cansey. And so 4th down coming up. Jack Fox is the punter. He is going to get this ball booted over. And Fox gives it the boot. And that is going to get fielded at about the 20, and he's hit immediately, but he's going to bounce out to his right, stays on his feet, and doesn't really get much farther. He only really got back to the 20 after the hit. That was Tompkins there on the punt return, and that is going to send out Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers offense. Buccaneers definitely were the better team against the Philadelphia Eagles last week. And now we've got Mayfield lining up under center. We've got split backs behind him. Mayfield takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He's throwing. It is going to be caught, and that is going to get up to about the 28-yard line, and that is Rachaad White there on that reception. 8-yard pickup, and that does give the Buccaneers a 2nd and 2 situation. Last week, Mayfield was 22 for 36 for 337 yards. And we've got Mayfield lining up under center. We've got White behind him. We've got 3:37 left to play in the first quarter here. Mayfield takes a snap, hands it off to White. White going to break through, gets the first down, gets to the 35, gets to the 40, and then finally gets swarmed up at about the 43-yard line to the 44 is where they're going to mark the play dead. So that will give the Buccaneers a 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Trying to push him around a little bit there. We got 12:53 left to play in the first quarter here. 1st and 10. Ball is on the 44. Mayfield in the gun. Takes the snap. Hands it off to White. White is going to get back up to the line of scrimmage and maybe picks up a yard or two more, but that is going to be it. That is going to bring up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line. So now we got Mayfield in the gun. We got a back to his left. We got a man going in motion here. Mayfield takes the snap. Back, looking. 3-man coming in, and Mayfield takes a sack. Mayfield gets sacked, and that is nailed by... And he is nailed there by... Who is that? Ifatu Melifonwu on that sack there, and that costs the Buccaneers 8 yards on that sack, so that's going to set up 3rd and 17 from their own 37-yard line. And we are inside of 12 minutes left to play in this first quarter here, actually inside of 11.5 at this point. 11:23. Mayfield in the gun, takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He is firing, and that is going to be tipped, and that is going to be intercepted at the 48 of the Lions, and that's going to be bouncing out to the outside. Gets into Buccaneers territory. Turns out to the 45 to the 40, and that is a big interception for the Lions, and that is former Eagle C.J. Gardner-Johnson on that interception. With 11:08 to go, the Buccaneers denied the They're denied any further progress in their drive and commit the first turnover of this game. So, Baker Mayfield. Admittedly, the ball was tipped on that. He was looking for Mike Evans, and Evans, it was just a little bit out of his reach. Evans does leap for it, but it bounces off of his hand, skyrockets up, and then C.J. Gardner-Johnson comes in and picks that off. Really heads-up play there by Johnson, and that is going to bring up a Lions first down inside Buccaneers territory down at the 41 of the Buccaneers. And we've got Goff lining up under center. We've got backs behind him. Moves to the eye. Goff takes the snap, hands it off, and that's going to power forward, gets up to about the 43-yard line. That is going to bring up second down and 6. Pick up of 4 yards there, and that is David Montgomery on that run. So we got second and 6. We are at 10:50 left to play in this first quarter. 10:47, 10:46, 10:45, 10:44. So Goff is lining everybody up. He's going to line up under center. We've got Montgomery deep in the backfield. Goff takes a snap, hands it off to Montgomery, who's going to bounce out to the outside, gets up to about the 33-yard line. That's going to bring up that's about the 33-yard line, and we have our first flag of this game here, so we will check in with Bill Vinovich, the official for this game. And it is going to be holding against the defense. That is Kalijah Cansey. So that's going to cost the Buccaneers 5 yards and a first down. I just realized I never updated the possession hour here. So that has been fixed. So it's now going to be following the penalty, 1st and 10 from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 27-yard line. We got Goff lining up in the gun. We've got Montgomery to his right. Goff calling for the football. He's back. He's looking. He is throwing. He's going deep, and he is incomplete. He was looking for Sam Laporta and was not able to get him there. And that is going to bring up second down and 10 for the Lions. Lions would really love to get a touchdown here, get the first points of this game. Goff is in the gun. Got Montgomery to his left. We got a man going in motion. Goff takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He's firing. It is complete for a first down, and that is going to be, there is a flag on this play here, so we're going to check in on the flag. Pending the flag, that looks like it is, looks like that was Josh Reynolds, I believe, on the reception. And that is going to be face mask on the Buccaneers. So they got McCullum there on that one. So Zion McCullum, brother of Tristan McCullum, who was on the Eagles practice squad. Oh, yeah, that is a clear face mask. McCullum is just grabbing them right on the line. So that does give the Lions another first down. And actually, I believe, sets it up as 1st and goal. The officials are still talking. They're talking about the spot, I guess. Yeah, it was a half the distance to the goal. That's what they were sorting out. So it is 1st and goal for the Lions from the Buccaneers' 7-yard line following the penalty. We got 10:06 left to play in the first quarter of this game, and the Lions are knocking on the door. It was Jamison Williams, I apologize, was the receiver. My bad. So we got Goff lining up under center. We got Montgomery deep in the backfield. Goff takes the snap, hands it off. That's not Montgomery, actually. That is their other back. Powers forward, gets to about the 3-yard line. That is Jahmyr Gibbs on that run there. So Jahmyr Gibbs picking up a couple of yards, gets about 5 there, gets into the 3-yard line. So now we've got 2nd and goal for the Lions. Ball's on the 3. Goff lines up under center. We've got Montgomery back in the backfield. Goff takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Montgomery. Goff throwing and nearly picked off, incomplete. He was looking for Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Dean was there on the coverage. That was Jamel Dean. And again, nearly picked off. That was a very, very bad throw for Goff. Dean just kind of undercut the route by St. Brown, and it was in and out of his hands. So that's going to bring up 3rd and goal for the Lions, and Goff is under center. Ball's on the 3. 9:08 left in the first quarter. Goff takes the snap, hands it off to Montgomery. Montgomery's going to get stopped in the backfield for a loss of 2, and that will send the Lions field goal unit on to attempt the field goal. So rough break for the Lions there, only able to get 3 points. Would have loved to capitalize on the interception by C.J. Gardner-Johnson that started this drive, but alas, the Lions unfortunately are going to be settling for a field goal. So they will send out their field goal kicker, Michael Badgley. And the snap hold kick is good. And with 8:25 left to play in this first quarter, the Lions do take an early lead. It is Detroit 3, Tampa Bay nothing. So we've hit our first commercial break here, folks, and I will say this. It's been an interesting little bit here. So that Lions drive took 8 plays. It went 37 yards, and it took 2:43 off of the clock. So far, Goff is 2 for 6 for 18 yards. In the passing game, David Montgomery, 3 carries for 8 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs, 1 carry on that drive. It was just a 5-yard pickup. But yeah, how are we feeling? What are our thoughts about this game? Drop it in the chat. I'd love to hear from you. The winner of this game will go on to face the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC Championship game. San Francisco 49ers making the NFC Championship game after having defeated the Green Bay Packers yesterday. There was a chance before that the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions could have made the NFC Championship game the NFC North Bowl, which would have been interesting, to say the very least about it, but unfortunately that did not happen either. But here we are. We've got 8:25 left to play in this first quarter, and the Lions are getting set to kick this football away here. So we will see where that is going to go, and we'll see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers go back to work. And the kick is away. And that is going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Buccaneers will get the ball to start on their own 25, and they'll see if they can recover from that horrifically bad start for them, where it ended in Mayfield's interception. So we shall see what is forthcoming from that front there. So Mayfield going to take the snap, and he's going to hand it off to Rachaad White, and White is going to pick up about 8 there on that run. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 2. So we got 2nd and 2. Mayfield is in the gun. We got it back to his left. Mayfield takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He's throwing, and it is off the hands of Mike Evans. Incomplete. And that's going to stop the clock at 7:45 left to play in the first quarter here, and it will bring up 3rd and 2 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Appreciate you all again hanging out. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Really helps the channel. So we got Mayfield in the gun. We got an empty backfield. We got Rachaad White in motion to the near side. Mayfield takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He's throwing. That is going to be caught by Mike Evans down around the 49-yard line of the Detroit Lions. That will bring up 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. So the Buccaneers, 1st and 10, getting their first appearance in Detroit territory in this game. So we got Mayfield now in the gun. We got a back behind him. Mayfield takes the snap, takes the handoff to White, throws, and that is going to be caught. And down inside the 30, down to around the 25, is Palmer. That is Trey Palmer, and so that is going to bring up a 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. That gets down to about the 20-yard line. So Trey Palmer was tripped up by Ifeatu Melifonwu. So that will bring up 1st and 10. Actually, takes a snap, and Mayfield is going to get sacked again there. Going to get brought down around the 35. Fake the handoff to White, and that is Brian Branch on the sack. Brian Branch, a rookie, drafted for the Lions this year. And Branch just kind of came in as a free guy, and Mayfield had no chance. So it's going to be 2nd and 19 for the Buccaneers. Ball's on the Lions 35. Mayfield from the gun takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He is going to run it himself, and he is only going to pick up about 2. Gets up to about the 34. So they actually only credit him for 1 yard. Gets up to the 34 where he slides down. He is marked down by Anzalone, but that is he slid. So Alex Anzalone will get credit for this, the tackle there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 18 for the Buccaneers. Got 5:09 left to play in this first quarter. Mayfield is in the gun. Got it back to his left. Mayfield takes a snap, hands it off. Going to get up to the 30, down to about the 26-yard line is where he's going to get marked down. Actually down to about the 25, and that is Edmonds. That is Chase Edmonds, and so that is going to bring up 4th and 9, and that will send up Chase McLaughlin on to attempt the field goal. McLaughlin is 29 for 31 in field goal attempts. The 2 missed ones were blocks. So we got McLaughlin coming on to attempt this field goal. It is a 43-yard attempt. Snap, hold, kick is up and good. And with 4:19 left to play in the first quarter, we are tied up again. It is the Detroit Lions 3, the Buccaneers 3. So appreciate y'all hanging out. Figured we'd get a game in just that we could keep the streak going of trying to stream as many games as possible here. I think the only Eagles games that I missed since the opener were the games against the Commanders, and those were just due to some scheduling related problems. But everything else I was able to get. So, but we're here now, and we did stream a whole bunch of games during kickoff weekend too. So. What were your thoughts about the Saturday games? We had games coming in. Houston losing to Baltimore, 34-10, not really close. And then certainly the most exciting game of Saturday was San Francisco Green Bay. San Francisco knocking off the Packers. I was really hoping for the 49ers to get bounced out in their first round. That Buccaneers drive took 8 plays to go 50 yards, and it took 4:06 off of the clock. So heading into the postseason, the Buccaneers were 32nd in the league in rushing yards per game. But then in their matchup against the Eagles, they actually had the 6th most rushing yards per game of any of the teams that played in the postseason. So we are back. The Buccaneers are kicking this one away, and that is going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Buccaneers defense is coming onto the field as the Lions offense comes onto the field. So we've got Goff now lining up under center, takes a snap, he's back, he's still looking, throws caught by Jahmyr Gibbs. Gibbs is going to pick up about 2 yards before he's pushed out of bounds by Jamal Dean. So we have 4:07 left to play in this first quarter here. So Goff is going to line up under center. Got it back in the backfield. Goff takes a snap, hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs going to bounce out to the left side. Gets up to about the first down marker. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like he's going to be a yard short. So about 3:32 left in this first quarter of this game here. Lions in a 3rd and 1 situation here. Ball is going to be marked on their own 34-yard line. So, yeah, they are about a yard short. And so Goff now lining up under center. We've got Montgomery back in the game. Goff takes the snap, and he's just going to QB sneak it and pick up the first down. Gets about 3 yards before he's marked down. So it gets up to about the 37. And so that's going to bring us inside of 3 minutes left to play in this first quarter. Lions have the ball on their own 37. It is 1st and 10 for the Detroit Lions. .233 left to play. 2:32, 2:31, 2:30. Goff lining up under center. Back deep in the backfield. Goff takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. He's back. He's looking. He's throwing. It is going to be caught, and that's going to get up to about the 45-yard line, and that is Amon-Ra St. Brown. Now we've got 2:15 left to play in this first quarter. 2:12, 2:11, 2:10, 2:09, 2:08. Goff lining everybody up. He's going to line up in the gun. It is 2nd and 2. Ball is on the 45-yard line. Goff takes the snap, hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage for nothing. Brings up 3rd and 2 from the 45-yard line. We're inside of 2 minutes left in this first quarter here. We're at 1:45 actually. So we got Goff coming back up. Big 3rd down conversion going to be needed right here if the Lions want to keep this drive alive. Goff in the gun, back to his right. Goff takes a snap, back, looking, throws. It is caught, and it is for a first down, and it is Amon-Ra St. Brown. Gets to about the 50-yard line where he's marked down. So the Lions just have 50 yards to go for a touchdown. It's brought down by Davis of the Buccaneers. So we got Goff now lining up in the gun, back to his left. Goff takes the snap, hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs going to get up to about the 45-yard line of the Buccaneers. So the Lions are in Buccaneers territory. We will see one more play before the end of the first quarter here. We are at 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. So we will see one more play most likely, and unless they go out of bounds or it's an incomplete pass or something like that, that'll probably do it for this quarter here. So we've got Goff lining up under center. Gibbs deep in the backfield. Goff takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Gibbs. Gobbs rolling out to his right. Pressure coming. He throws. It is caught by number 45. That is Kabinda, and that is going to bring up 3rd and 4. That was caught for no gain. He was hit immediately. That is going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. So we are 15 minutes of the way through this game, and the Lions and the Buccaneers are tied. It is 3-3. What are your thoughts about this game so far? We've got 15 minutes of play through this game, and both teams only have field goals to show for it, which you can say what you want to say about that, but Goff went through the first quarter 6 for 10, 34 yards. Baker Mayfield went through the first quarter 3 for 5 for 45 yards. Mayfield so far has the only interception of this game. The only turnover of this game, actually. All right, so we are back from commercial break. Start of the second quarter, it is 3rd and 4 for the Lions from the Buccaneers 44. This is only, again, the second playoff game that Ford Field has ever hosted, and it will be the last one of this postseason, because the winner of this game goes on to face off against the San Francisco 49ers, the number 1 seed. Goff in the gun, empty backfield. Goff takes a snap, pressure coming, throws. It is caught down at about the 32-yard line. That is going to bring up a first down for the Lions. Credits him down to the 31-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 31 for the Lions, and that was Sam Laporta on the reception. So now we've got Goff in the gun. We've got it back to his right. Goff takes a snap, back, looking, throwing, and that is going to be caught by Laporta down around the 30, and so that's really only going to be a pickup. He actually gets down to the 29 there is where they're going to mark him down, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Lions. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. It really helps the channel out. We got 14-12 left to play in this first half. So we got Goff now lining up in the gun. We got it back to his right. Goff calling for the football. Back, looking, throwing. A strike. It is caught by Laporta down inside the 20, down to about the 15-yard line. Gets to the 14 before he's marked down, and that brings up first down for the Lions from the Buccaneers 14-yard line. I apologize. Laporta did a little bit of a cross route there. Nice to see the Lions causing the Buccaneers defense to struggle a little bit here with cross routes. Goff lines up in the gun, empty backfield. Goff takes a snap, throwing for it all, goes for Amon-Ra St. Brown, incomplete, just out of reach. That will stop the clock at 13:15 left to play in this first half. It will bring up 2nd and 10 for the Lions. St. Brown was like right at the front corner of the end zone there too. If he catches that, he's in. So we got 13:15 left to play in the first half here. Goff lining up in the gun. We've got it back to his right. We've got a man going in motion to the near side. Goff takes a snap. Quick throw to Gibbs behind the line of scrimmage. Gets up to about the 10-yard line before he is brought down. Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Buccaneers for the Lions from the Buccaneers 9-yard line. The Buccaneers have allowed the Lions to convert on 3rd down 3 out of 5 times. That is already a 300% increase over last week. Goff lines up in the gun. Empty backfield. Goff takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It is caught in the back of the end zone for a touchdown, and that is number 8, Josh Reynolds. And there is the first touchdown of the game. It took until the second quarter, but the Lions get the first touchdown of this game for a 9-yard pass to Josh Reynolds. It was actually deep in the back of the end zone. So it was really more like about 18 yards there, but he caught it, and that is going to send the extra point unit on. Badgley on to attempt the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up and good. And with 12:33 left to play in this first half, the Lions move into double digits and take a touchdown lead. It is the Detroit Lions 10, Tampa Bay Buccaneers 3. So we're just hanging out here watching this game, watching the Lions-Buccaneers game, enjoying a Sunday afternoon together. Glad you could join us. So yeah, first touchdown of this game goes to the Lions. Um, Really, really good drive there for the Lions. It's kind of exactly what they needed there. Long, sustained drive. 14 plays for 75 yards. Took 6 minutes and 46 seconds. And if you, I believe most of those, most of it was runs. I believe I got to double check here. Jahmyr Gibbs, 4 carries for 17 yards this so far through this game. Jared Goff has made it now 11 for 16 in the passing game. Yeah, that drive overlaps the end of the first quarter there. So big drive for the Lions, and they got what they needed out of it. They got the touchdown lead here. So feel free to drop a comment in the chat how you're feeling about this game, who you want to win. What are your thoughts too about the games that occurred on Saturday? Wasn't able to get to any of those games, but definitely drop a comment about those. Any thoughts about those? There were some pretty good games. Certainly the Ravens game ended in a blowout, but at least in the early part of it, it was pretty good. And then of course Packers 49ers coming down to the very end. You've got the Lions on to kick this away, and that is going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will take over at their own 25-yard line. So we've got Mayfield in the gun. We've got a back to his right. We've got a man going in motion. Mayfield takes the snap, back, looking, throws. It is caught down around the 25, gets up to the 29. That is Chase Edmonds there, and so that is going to pick up about 4 yards there. Brings up 2nd and 6 for the Buccaneers. We got 12:20 left to play in this first half here. The clock is moving. The tackle was delivered by Brian Branch. So we got 12:05, 12:04, 12:03. Mayfield in the gun, back behind him. Mayfield calls for the football. Back, hands it off, and that's going to get up to about the 30-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd down for the Lions. And that was Edmonds again there. It was just a 1-yard pickup. That gets up to the 30-yard line of the Buccaneers. So it's 3rd and 5 for the Buccaneers. We got 11:35 left to play in this first half here. Buccaneers are 1 for 3 on 3rd down conversions today. Lions are 4 for 6. Mayfield is in the gun with an empty backfield. Mayfield takes the snap. Back, looking, throwing. It is caught, but down short of the 1st down marker. He is just shy of the 1st down marker. Just inches, according to the line judge. There is a flag down, though, so we're going to check in on this flag now. It is offensive pass interference, so that's going to march the Buccaneers back 10 yards. They got Cade Otton on that one, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 15. The Lions will choose to enforce that penalty, which makes sense given that it would have been 4th and 1. All right, so it is 3rd down and 15 now. We got 11:05 left to play in this first half. We got Mayfield lining up in the gun. We got a back to his left. We got a man in motion. Mayfield takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. Pressure's coming. Mayfield throws. It is caught by Edmonds. Edmonds going to get up to about the 34-yard line. So, and actually they might even mark him a little bit short of the 34-yard line. That is a 13-yard pick, a 14-yard pickup. Yeah, they do mark him at the 34. So it is 4th and 1 for the Buccaneers. And we'll see, does Todd Bowles opt to go for it here, or does he opt to send the punt unit? Does he opt to send the punt unit out? 10-19, 10-18, 10-17, 10-16, 10-15 left in this first half. It is 4th and 1. They are sending the punt unit out. So the punt unit is out for the Buccaneers. Khalif Raymond is back to return it. And the Buccaneers punt it away. And that is going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers tried to keep it in, but it does bounce in the end zone. So that is going to give the Lions the ball on their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10. So the Lions forcing a big 3-and-out to the Buccaneers following their touchdown drive. We've got 9:41 left to play in this first half. So just powering through here. Rashad White being the player that has been doing the most for the run game for either team. 25 yards on 3 carries so far in this game. Jahmyr Gibbs has 4 carries for 17 yards for the Lions, so he right now is the leading running back for the Lions. But this game has been pretty even for the most part. Both teams about even in the time of possession battle. At this particular moment in the game, the Lions have a couple of seconds edge on the Buccaneers. It's 10:15 to 10:04. .78 passing yards for the Lions so far in this game compared to 50 for the Buccaneers. Buccaneers have also been sacked twice for 17 yards. It cost them. Buccaneers are also the only penalized team so far this game. They have incurred 3 penalties, which has cost them 23 yards. So they've been, those have all been penalties that have come at critical times for them. And the Buccaneers are now 1 for 4 on 3rd downs in this game. So Buccaneers just kind of hanging in there. We're coming back from commercial break right now. We've got 9:41 left to play in the second quarter. And it will be 1st and 10 for the Lions from their own 20-yard line when the Lions take the field. And that is happening momentarily as Goff lines up the offense. Goff is going to line up under center. Got Montgomery deep in the backfield. St. Brown going in motion. Goff takes a snap, fakes the handoff. Back, looking. He's just going to take it himself. Steps up to the 25, slides down around the 28-yard line, and that is going to bring up 2nd and 3, actually. They will only credit him to the 27. So it is 2nd and 3 for the Lions. So Goff just kind of took off, didn't like what he saw, took off, picked up the quick yards. Got about 9:05 left in this second quarter. Goff lines up in the gun, back to his left. Goff takes a snap, back looking, throws. That is going to be caught by Laporta, and Laporta is going to get pushed out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, and that gets up to about the 31-yard line. Zion McCollum there on the stop for the Buccaneers, and that is going to give the Lions a first down. So we got 8:44, 8:43, 8:42, 8:41 left in this second quarter here. So we got Goff lining up under center. We got Montgomery in the backfield. Goff takes the snap, hands it off to Montgomery. Montgomery going to pick up about 1 yard. Does not get much. He was stopped immediately. Buccaneers had all the holes clogged, and it is now 2nd and 9. Ball is on the Lions' 32-yard line. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. It really helps the channel out. We're going to be having some Eagles-related content to kind of help wrap the season up and move into the off-season in the next couple of weeks here. So stay tuned for that. Goff and the gun takes the snap back, caught by Sam Laporta. Laporta going to pick up the first down, gets to about the 44-yard line of the Detroit Lions. So that is going to give the Lions a first down. Clock is running. We have about 7:30 left to play in this second quarter. Some solid blocking there, and then Laporta running a cross route, able to get open, able to get that first down pickup. So now we've got Goff lining up in the gun with a back to his right. Goff takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He's going deep. He is going deep, and he overthrows Jamison Williams. Unfortunately, was not able to get that even remotely close. That will stop the clock at 7 minutes left to play in this first half. And it will bring up 2nd and 10 for the Lions. Looks like Sam Laporta might have gotten a little dinged up on that reception there. So certainly hope he's okay. So now we've got Goff lining up in the gun. It is 2nd and 10. We got a back to his right. Goff takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He is throwing, and it is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Williams again, and then Jamal Dean was there on the coverage. That is going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Lions. 6:56 left to play in this first half. Lions have only punted once so far this game. Actually, both teams have only punted once so far this game. The Buccaneers, so Goff lines up in the gun, takes a snap, he's back, he's looking in, he's throwing for Amon-Ra St. Brown. That is tipped and incomplete. That brings up 4th and 10 from the Lions 44. So that is going to send the Lions punt unit out onto the field for the second time this game. That was in and out of the hands of St. Brown. That was in and out of the hands. He catches that. That's a first down. So now we got the Lions punting unit on to punt it away. That is Jack Fox, the punter. And he gives it the boot. And that's going to get fielded inside the 20, and that will bring up a first down for the Buccaneers. We got 6:44 left to play in this first half, and the Buccaneers will take over. It is 10-3 still in this game. So let me know how you're feeling. Feel free to drop a comment in the chat. Would love to hear from you over the course of this game. Could be watching this game anywhere, but instead you're watching it here. I appreciate you doing so. So we're just hanging out again. Glad you could join us. With the Eagles eliminated, that doesn't mean that football is over. There are still teams that are playing. And the Lions right now have the lead over the Buccaneers. Winner of this game goes on to play the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC Championship game. That game will be hosted at Levi Stadium in San Francisco. And divisional round weekend wraps up with the Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Buffalo Bills. Or the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Buffalo Bills. Winner of that game will go on to face off against the Baltimore Ravens in the AFC Championship game next week as well. We will try to bring you both of those games next week. So definitely feel free to like and subscribe for that. So, here we go. It is 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. Ball is on their own 13-yard line was where it got fielded. Where the punt got fielded there, and Mayfield's going to line up under center. Got Rachaad White deep in the backfield. Mayfield takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. Pressure's coming. He's throwing, and that is caught and complete. Mike Evans there on the sideline falls out of bounds, and that is going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. That was a 23-yard pickup, gets up to the 36-yard line. He just kind of curled his route at the end there and just kind of fell backwards. Was able to get both feet down inbounds. 1st and 10. Buccaneers. Mayfield in the gun. Takes a snap. Back, looking, throwing, and that is going to be caught at about the line of scrimmage, so not really much of a gain there. We'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the Buccaneers' 36-yard line. That was Chris Godwin there on the reception. Brought down by Hutchinson and Alualu. Tyson Alualu. Mayfield in the gun, back to his left. Mayfield takes a snap, hands it off to White. White going to pick up about 3 there, gets up to about the 39-yard line of the Buccaneers. So that is going to bring up 3rd down. We got 5:14, 5:13, 5:12, 5:11, 5:10 left to play in this first half here. Buccaneers looking for a big 3rd down conversion here. They have not been great on 3rd down so far. They are 1 for 4. So we got 3rd and 7. Ball's on the 39. Mayfield in the gun. Empty backfield. Now sends Evans in motion. Mayfield takes the snap. Free man coming. He is back. He throws it. It's caught by Rachaad White. Does pick up the 1st down. Gets to about the 49-yard line before he is brought down. That will bring up 1st down and 10 for the Buccaneers. They keep this drive alive and keeps it moving. They're now 2 for 5 on 3rd down conversions. So now we got Mayfield lining up in the gun. We got a back behind him. That is going to be Chase Edmonds. Mayfield takes the snap. He's back. He fakes the handoff. He throws. It is caught. And it is going to get down to the 40-yard line of the Lions. And that is Otten there. Cade Otten. And that is going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers from the Lions' 36-yard line. Brought down by Barnes and C.J. Gardner-Johnson. So we got 3:28, 3:27, 3:26 left in this first half here. Mayfield lines up in the gun, back to his right. That is Edmonds. Mayfield takes the snap. Pressure coming. He is looking. He is throwing, and he's just going to throw it away, kind of in the direction of number 14. Chris Godwin. So that does bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Buccaneers from the Lions' 37-yard line. Buccaneers have had a lot of pressure come their way, a lot of free guys coming in. That was also something that was evident in their matchup against the Eagles. But Mayfield didn't incur as many sacks last week. Mayfield in the gun, back to his right. Mayfield takes a snap. He's back. He hands it off to Edmonds. Edmonds going to get inside the 35 down to the 32-yard line. We are at the 3-minute mark left to play in this second quarter. So 3 minutes, 2:59, 2:58, 2:57, 2:56, 2:55. It is 3rd and 5. Ball is on the Lions' 32-yard line. So we got Mayfield in the gun. Mayfield takes a snap, back, looking, overthrows Chris Godwin. Dennis, thank you so much for your subscription. Really appreciate you. It helps the channel out quite a bit. So we got 2:29 left to play in this first half. And it is 4th and 5, so we'll probably see the field goal unit come on here for the Buccaneers. And that is exactly what happens. McLaughlin on to kick this field goal. It is a 50-yard attempt. Snap, hold, kick is up. And it is off the upright and no good. Off the upright and no good. And so the Lions will pick up from their own 40-yard line. That is just the 3rd missed field goal for McLaughlin this season, including the postseason. The first one of which that was not blocked. Appreciate you all for hanging out here. We got 2:24 left to play in this first half. Could be watching this game anywhere, but instead you're watching it here, and I genuinely appreciate that. Both teams do have all 3 timeouts in the event that they wanted to use them. So they've still got that going for them. Next week, the plan is to get you both of the championship games, so we will definitely get that going there for you. That Buccaneers drive was 9 plays, 55 yards, took 4 minutes and 20 seconds, and the Buccaneers had nothing to show for it because the Lions now have the football. The Buccaneers will get the football to start the second half, so they will get the football at the start of the third quarter. Baker Mayfield now 9 for 13 in the passing game for 114 yards. Only 1 interception, but that is the only turnover so far this game. It was a pass that got tipped and was intercepted by a heads-up play by former Eagle C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Rashad White, 4 carries for 28 yards. Chase Edmonds, 3 carries for 15 yards. And then you've got Baker Mayfield picking up a net of 1. Mayfield has actually been sacked a whole bunch. He has actually been, he's been sacked twice for 17 yards. Meanwhile, on the Lions side of this game, Jared Goff, 13 for 21 for 94 yards in the passing game, 1 touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs has been the leading rusher, 4 carries for 17 yards. Dave Montgomery, though, is in the game right now, and he's going to line up to Goff's left. Goff is in the gun. Goff takes the snap. He is handing it off to Montgomery, and Montgomery's going to pick up 4 there. So that will bring up 2nd and 6 for the Lions from their own 44-yard line. And we have reached the 2-minute warning, folks. So we have 2 minutes left to play in this first half. It is still 10-3. Both teams do have all 3 timeouts. Definitely feel free to drop a comment in the chat. I would love to hear from you, especially how you think this game's going. Any thoughts about any of the other games that have occurred over the course of this weekend. Anything you're looking forward to in the evening matchup. The evening matchup tonight with the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Buffalo Bills. Winner of that game will go on to face the Baltimore Ravens in the AFC Championship game. So again, appreciate y'all hanging out. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. It really helps the channel out. Our focus, we definitely cover, if you're new here, we definitely try to cover the Eagles in a particular focus here. We do cover the NFL on a little bit more broad scale, but certainly with the name here, we are an Eagles-based channel. But always willing to make room for fans of other teams here. We had some fun banter over the course of the Buccaneers-Eagles game last week. But yeah, I do have some content planned coming up that's going to help us wrap up the Eagles season and move us into the off season, dealing with the ongoing coaching situation and the various speculation surrounding that, and then moving forward to looking forward to next season and starting to plot out what needs to happen, what are the folks, or what are we going to need to look for. So what will the Eagles need to do to be better than they were in 2023? Because honestly, the Eagles' collapse was horrifically bad. But we are actually coming back to this game. Right now, this game is the most important thing right now, and that is the Lions Buccaneers. We are coming back, and it is going to be 2nd and 6 from the 44. We got Goff lining up in the gun. We got a back to his right. We got a man going in motion. Goff takes a snap back, looking, throws, and that is caught down around the 49-yard line and does get to the first down marker. That is Amon-Ra St. Brown, and that is going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Lions. He does get out of bounds, so the clock is stopped at 1:54 left in this first half. And now the officials are talking, so I don't know what's going on there. They might be looking at it, Yeah, he's down. He's down about a yard or two short. Yeah, he's down at the 49-yard line. That forearm does hit, so that's what they were talking about. So they just did a quick look over it. Bill Vinovich, the official the referee for today's game. And so that is also going to change it to a running clock. So they're putting 2 seconds back on. And I believe that a time... We'll see. I don't know if somebody's spending a timeout to avoid the runoff. Nope, they're not spending the timeout. So they are running off 10 seconds. So the clock is going to be set at 1:46. That is how much is left in this first half here. So we got Goff lining up in the gun. We have a back to his left. Goff sends a man in motion. Calls for the football. Goff back looking, and he's going to get his first sack of the game. He's going to lose a bunch there, and it looks like he's holding his leg a little bit there too. He's or somebody's down. That's a lineman. No, I apologize. That is one of their offensive linemen. That is Frank Ragnow. So that's their center actually. So definitely hope he's okay. It also looks like they missed a face mask there. Vita Vea looks like he got nailed on the face mask. That might be what the Lions are talking to the officials right now. Dan Campbell pulled over Bill Vinovich to complain about that, or to complain about something. But we are in an injury timeout right now, so. And the injury timeout is actually going to be charged to the Lions because of the timing rules. So the Lions will lose their first. Will have to use their first charge timeout of the half to address the injury to Ragnow. So again, hopefully he's okay. We're in an injury timeout right now with 1:35 left to play in this first half. When we come back, it is going to be 4th and 5 for the Lions from their own 45-yard line. So we'll see what the Lions decide to do, whether or not they decide to punt it away or decide to attempt to convert it. The Buccaneers do get the ball to start the second half, so that might also influence their decision. We're just hanging out here again. Appreciate y'all stopping by. You could be watching this game anywhere, but you are watching it here. I appreciate you doing so. Frank Ragnow, 3-time Pro Bowl selection, and is right now on the sideline. Yeah, the officials also missed a face mask there. Vita Vea should have gotten nailed for a face mask, but alas, they missed that, and so that is going to bring up 4th and 5 for the Lions. Fox is on to punt this away. Got 1:35 left in this first half. Devin Tompkins back to return it. And the punt is away. And Tompkins is going to field that one at about the 7-yard line. So that is going to bring up Actually, around the 8 is where they're going to mark it. So 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers from the 8-yard line. So NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell is on site at Ford Field. Again, this is the second Lions playoff game that Ford Field has hosted in its tenure. Ford Field has hosted a number of neutral site games in the past, but this is just the second after last week's wild card matchup for the Lions. So Mayfield is in the gun, back to his left. Mayfield takes a snap, hands it off to Rachaad White. White is going to run for about 12 yards there and pick up the first down. Gets to the 20-yard line. And that is going to bring up 1st and 10. Actually will be marked down at the 19. Mayfield in the gun, takes a snap, back, looking, throwing, and that is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Mike Evans, and it was just in and out of his hands. So that will stop the clock with 65 seconds left to play in this first half. I appreciate y'all hanging out. If you have not already, please feel free to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. We got Mayfield in the gun. We got a back to his left. Mayfield takes the snap, back, looking, throwing, and that is going to be caught. Yeah, that is caught inbounds for a first down. That is Trey Palmer there on the reception. Yep, he has control. He has a body part down other than a hand or a foot. That is a catch. Mayfield in the gun, back to his left. Mayfield takes a snap, and he's going to fake the handoff and keeps it himself. Gets it to the 35, down to the 40-yard line. That is a big pickup there, and that is going to cause the Buccaneers actually to use their own timeout. So that is going to be their first of the half. They have 2 remaining. That's going to stop the clock at 35 seconds. But that was a 14-yard run by Mayfield. Gets up to the 42-yard line of the Buccaneers. So here we go. Mayfield is still in the huddle here. Come back from this, it's going to be 1st and 10. There we go. Yep, we are back. 1st and 10. Ball is on the 42. We got Mayfield in the gun. We got Rachaad White lining up to Mayfield's right. Man goes in motion to the near side. Mayfield takes a snap, back, looking, throwing, caught by Mike Evans. Gets down into Lions territory, misses a tackle, gets down inside the 35 to the 30-yard line before he's finally run out of bounds. They will mark him down at the 31 with 27 seconds left in this first half, and Evans has put the Buccaneers in field goal range. And so now Mayfield is in the gun, and he's going to take the snap, back, looking, throwing, and is that caught by Mike Evans again? It is down at the 1-yard line. That was a miraculous throw by Mayfield to Evans, who was able to hold on as he's going to the ground, and he does get marked down at the 1-yard line. So that is going to bring up 1st and goal for the Buccaneers. Buccaneers have a chance to tie this game up. Tampa Bay does take their second timeout. So they now have 1 remaining. We have 18 seconds left to play in this second quarter, this first half of this game. Buccaneers will get the ball to start the second half. This is a 6-play, 90-yard drive so far. It's taken 1 minute and 9 seconds, and it's still going. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 2 for the Buccaneers. Mike Evans has 4 catches for 97 yards. Mayfield in the gun. Back, looking, throwing, and there's a flag down. It is Cade Otton for the touchdown, pending the result of this flag here. So we will see what the flag is. They are picking the flag up, so it is a touchdown for the Buccaneers. So that will make it 10-9, pending the result of this extra point here. And we have a game here, folks. 15 seconds left. Tampa Bay is on to attempt the extra point. McLaughlin, snap, hold, kick is good. And with that 15 seconds, it is now a tie game. It is 10-10 in favor of nobody because it's a tie game. Here we go. 15 seconds left before we head into halftime. We'll see what the Lions decide to do. If they decide to do anything, they might just kneel it. Thanks, Rick. Great to hear from you. I appreciate you stopping by. Happy to help. Alright, so the Buccaneers on to kick this football away. And Camarda kicks it out of the back of the end zone. It is actually going to get fielded inside the end zone, but it takes a knee for a touchback. So 1st and 10 for the Lions from their own 25-yard line. Jared Goff has 15 seconds and 2 timeouts if he wants to try to do anything. They might just kneel this into halftime. We'll see what they decide to do. Yeah, they're just going to line up and knee it in. All right, we are going into halftime, folks. And it is a tie game. 10-all. Alrighty. Definitely drop some comments in the chat. Would love to hear from you. What your thoughts are about this game so far. Again, the Buccaneers are going to get the ball to start the second half. Alright, so we're going to take a look at some of these stats here from this first half of this game. So far on the quarterback market, looks like actually, just doing a quick eye test here, especially in the passing game, looks like Mayfield has been a little bit better. 13 for 18, 181 yards, 1 touchdown. The big demerit on his end is the interception. Jared Goff, 14 for 22, 99 yards on his passes, 1 touchdown, no turnovers. So Mayfield's just doing a little bit better in the completion percentage-wise. So that's kind of where things stand on that front there. Rashad White, 5 carries for 39 yards. Definitely the leading running back of either team. Jahmyr Gibbs, 4 carries for 17 yards for the Lions. So the Lions not doing quite as well in the run game. David Montgomery, 5 carries for 13 yards. And then Jared Goff, 3 for 9 of his own. For the Buccaneers, the other 2. Edmonds, 3 for 15. And then Baker Mayfield has 2 carries of his own for 15 yards. So Mayfield actually providing a little bit of production on the ground as well as through the air. It's one of the reasons why this game feels to be a lot more even than one might have expected. And it actually is very even. There's a little bit more than a minute separating the Buccaneers from the Lions in terms of time of possession. Buccaneers slightly leading, 15-37 to 14-23. And the Buccaneers are producing a little bit more on offense. 233 offensive yards to the Lions, 134. No question here, the Lions have had opportunities over the course of this game to extend the lead or be able to attack on extra points, and they have not been able to do so. Both teams only netting a touchdown and a field goal to each to their name through the first half. But otherwise, I mean, for the most part, everything seems to be pretty even through this first half. Both teams 50% or less on the third down conversions. Buccaneers are 3 for 7. Lions are 4 for 8. The Lions are 1 for 2 in the red zone, so that's big demerit, one of the big demerits for their team, whereas the Buccaneers have only made 1 trip into the red zone and got the touchdown out of it. Got some other things going on here, so we'll take a quick look at these drives. So these drive charts here, the Lions did get the ball first. Both teams have a couple of demerits on their how they ended their couple of big points for each team's defense. The big the interception that opened up the end of the Buccaneers' opening drive, set up the first points of the game. The Lions' field goal, a missed field goal. So there have been some pretty big stops that have come through for each team. But yeah, when the I will say when the Lions picked off the Buccaneers, I thought this game was going to be a lot less close than it actually is right now. And the Buccaneers actually had their own fair share of opportunities. Jamal Dean getting the or almost intercepting Jared Goff in the end zone, so that would have been rough. Doing a quick look around at some other stats here. Lions playing a cleaner game so far. They have not been called for any penalties. Compare that to the Buccaneers, who have been called for 3 penalties, and all 3 of them coming at critical moments that enabled the Lions to get down deep into Buccaneers territory and score. Just bouncing around here, trying to come up with a few. We're trying to highlight a few things here, so. Yeah, Sam Laporta did suffer an injury earlier in the game, so I don't know if he's been back in since. I know there was an update, but I didn't get the actual update, so I wasn't able to actually report that. But yeah, Laporta, five catches on 6 targets for 46 yards, so he's been the leading receiver so far this game for the Lions. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 3 catches on 7 targets, so for 18 yards. Jamison Williams and Josh Reynolds both have a catch each. Josh Reynolds has the only passing touchdown of the game for the Lions. So that's kind of where we're at this point. Again, Lions, I would have thought that would have been able to put this game a little bit farther away, especially when the Lions defense was setting the tone in the first quarter with the interception by C.J. Gardner-Johnson, which set up the first points of the game. So honestly, I was kind of expecting that. I was kind of expecting a little bit more from the Lions here in this game, but the fact that it is tied at 10 definitely leaves open some opportunity for this game to break away. But this so far has been a close game. It's been a pretty big defensive matchup. Yeah, and we will see how the second half turns out. So definitely feel free again. Drop a comment in the chat. Would love to hear from you. Love to hear your thoughts about this game. Love to hear your thoughts about the other games that have occurred over the course of this weekend. Baltimore winding up blowing out Houston 34-10. The Houston Texans season. Houston was playing with house money towards the end of it because I don't think anybody was expecting them to get as far as they did. But that I would say that Houston season absolutely a success. And then the Green Bay Packers taking on the San Francisco 49ers 24-21. Again, the Packers were playing with house money, so the Packers were making it to the divisional round is definitely a huge boon for them. Plus, they knocked off the Dallas Cowboys, and as an Eagles fan, I approve. But ultimately, they could not get it done, and a poor decision at the end of the game kept the Packers from knocking off the big upset of knocking out the number 1 seed and leaving open the possibility that the NFC Championship game could have been an NFC North matchup. But instead, the San Francisco 49ers will host at Levi's Stadium, and it all comes down to who will the other team coming up. Hey, Jimmy, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you supporting the channel. Again, please feel free to like and subscribe if you have not already done so. And then the last game is the AFC. The last game of the AFC divisional round. It is Kansas City taking on Buffalo. So that's going to be a raid. Okay, all right. Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you, Jimmy. Thanks for stopping by. Alrighty. Jimmy, are you saying we should raid somebody? Or are you saying that that we are being raided? All right. Oh yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, good to see you. Yeah, Cerebral Palsy Gamer. Yeah, good. He's good channel there. Let's see. I will pop over and say hello to him. Hang on for me just 1 second here. Thank you so much for the raid, Cerebral Palsy Gamer. I did. Alrighty, yeah, appreciate you stopping by. Definitely feel free to like and subscribe. Didn't realize that, but yeah, thanks so much for coming over. Yeah, we're just hanging out here. We're watching this game, waiting for halftime to wrap up, so that way we can get back to the action here. What have your thoughts been about the? This game so far? And real quick, before I will also just drop a comment in our chat here. If you have not seen Cerebral Palsy Gamer, definitely go give him go say hello to him. Drop a little link to his stream in the chat, so that way you can go say hey. Always trying to help out and support other people who are trying to do this space here. We are coming back now. We've got the third quarter coming up. Showing the wide aerial shots of Ford Field and downtown Detroit. So we are powering through here, getting ready for this third quarter. Get everything situated. Alrighty. So the Lions are getting set to kick this off. Buccaneers will get the ball. We are starting off the third quarter. We got 30 minutes of play left in this game. Fox is on to kick it away, and it goes out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Buccaneers will get the ball to start. Alright, so we got 1st and 10. Ball is on the 25-yard line. We got Mayfield in the gun. We got an empty backfield. First play of the third quarter coming up following the kickoff. Mayfield takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He is throwing. It is caught, and that is going to be a first down, and that is Chris Godwin picking up 12 yards on that reception. So we got 1st and 10 now for the Buccaneers. Ball is going to be on their 37-yard line. We got 14, 38, 37, 36, 35 left in this third quarter. Mayfield is in the gun. We got a back lined up to his right. That looks like it's going to be Rashad White. Godwin in motion, lines up in the slot to the near side. Mayfield takes a snap, hands it off to White. White is going to pick up about 5, 6 there. They will credit him for 5, so he gets up to the 42-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5 for the Buccaneers. We are approaching the 14-minute mark of this third quarter. Clock is running. So we got 2nd and 5. We got Mayfield in the gun. We got Rashad White behind him. White takes a snap, or Mayfield takes a snap, hands it off to White. White is going to pick up the first down, gets into Buccaneers territory, gets into Lions territory, down to the 45, inside the 45 to the 44-ish. Is where they're going to mark him down. That will bring up 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. So the Buccaneers in a position right now to drive down the field and get another, get some more points on this opening drive. Something that definitely you want to be able to do if you have the ball to start the second half. They're this close to completing the 1-2. Mayfield in the gun, takes a snap, hands it off to White. White is going to pick up about 3. Gets up. Actually, he's only going to get credit for 1. I apologize. 2nd and 9 from the Lions' 43-yard line. And he had some trouble holding on to that one there. He took him a second to get control of the football there on the handoff. White is going off to the sidelines. We're going to have Edmonds coming in, Chase Edmonds. Now we've got Mayfield lining up in the gun. We've got it back to his right. Mayfield takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. Pressure coming. He throws. It is caught by Mike Evans. Evans going to get stomped down inside the 40-yard line to about the 38. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Buccaneers. So we'll see what Tampa Bay dials up for this 3rd down. Critical 3rd down for both teams here. The Lions looking to hold the Buccaneers to just a field goal, if not more. Buccaneers looking to extend this drive. Mayfield in the gun with an empty backfield. Mayfield calls for the football. Free man coming. He is going to get sacked. He doesn't get anything on that. They lose a lot there. It's going to be 4th and 13. That's a loss of 9 for the Buccaneers. And with 11:16 left to play in this 3rd quarter, Buccaneers, which were originally driving into Lions territory, are going to have to punt this away. So we got Camarda coming on to punt this away. We have, who is that in the backfield again? That is Khalif Raymond there on to return it. And Camarda gives it the boot. And that's going to get fielded at the 5. Gets up to the 10. To about the 15 is where he's going to get brought down. And that will be where the Lions take over. We do have a flag down here. Looks like there was some chippiness going on. So we're going to see what the flag is. It's illegal block in the back, it looks like. So that is going to push the Lions back. It was on the Lions, so it's going to push them back 5 yards. So the Lions get the football. We are just powering through here. So it's going to be 1st and 10 now from the 8. It's actually half the distance to the goal. I apologize. So because it was down at the 15, the Lions will get the ball to start at the 8-yard line. Excuse me. So we got 10:29 left to play in the third quarter here. Lions have their first shot, and they've got a long field that they got to work with. That Buccaneers drive took 6 plays, 28 yards, took 4 minutes and 31 seconds off the clock. The Buccaneers have nothing to show for it, though. They did not get any points. They just pinned the Lions deep in their own territory. Looks like the official may have picked up the flag for illegal block in the back. It is possible that might have happened, because they just removed that from my stat board. So unless they re-enter it. But if they pick it up, it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 15. We're just hanging out here again. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Share this stream. Really helps the channel out. Couple of good games on Saturday. Again, we had the Ravens. The Ravens-Texans game was a closer game in the first half than it was in the second. And then definitely a really, really intense game with the Packers-49ers game, coming down to that final drive for both teams, actually. So they did pick it up. So, yeah, it is going to be 1st and 10 from the 15. Goff in the gun. Give Montgomery to his left. Goff takes the snap, back looking, overthrows Amon-Ra St. Brown, incomplete. 10:25 left to play in the third quarter. All right, so we got Goff in the gun. Montgomery to his left. Goff takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He's rolling. He's going to overthrow Montgomery. Incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10. So Lions very quickly on their first drive in this second half, finding themselves in a 3rd and long situation here. Looks like Jackson, who one of the Lions guards, is out now with a knee injury, so that's definitely disappointing for the Lions. Hopefully he's okay. Goff lines up in the gun. Got Montgomery lining up to his right. Amon-Ra St. Brown in motion to the far side. Goff takes a snap, back looking, throws, and that is going to be caught for the first down. Gets down to the 35 to the 40. We do have a flag down here, but that is... who is that? That is Josh Reynolds. And that is coming back because this flag here is on the Lions. They are getting David Montgomery for a chop block. So that is going to, instead of it being a 1st and 10 for the Lions from like their own 40 whatever, it is now going to be 3rd and 17 for the Lions from their own 8. Negates a 25-yard pickup by Josh Reynolds. Goff in the gun. We got it back to his right, man in motion. Goff takes a snap, back looking, throwing, caught by Jameson Williams down around the 14-yard line, and that is going to bring up 4th down. They will actually credit him to the 15, so it is going to be 4th and 10, but that is going to send the Lions punt unit onto the field. So both teams trading punts to start the third quarter here. And Fox is going to give it the boot. And that's going to be a big booming punt, going to get fielded down around the 40-yard line. Took a little bit of a Buccaneers bounce, but was booted from in the shadow of his own end zone, and that was a 45-yard punt. So big booming punt there, and that's where the Buccaneers will take over on their own 40. So appreciate y'all hanging out. Again, please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. It really helps the channel out. I'll have some, this is predominantly an Eagles channel, so we will be providing some Eagles-related content over the course of the next couple weeks. Trying to get the off-season underway for the Eagles, who were eliminated last week eliminated last week by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So definitely still disappointing, but here we go. It's a real big defensive battle going on right now. Appreciate y'all hanging out here. Alrighty. We're coming back from the commercial break right now. You weren't missing anything. So we have Mayfield lining up in the gun. Got it back behind him. Mayfield takes the snap, hands it off, and is going to be dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That is Rachaad White on that. So White is going to lose a couple there. Loses about 4 is where they're going to spot him down at the 36-yard line. So 2nd and 14 from the Buccaneers' 36-yard line. So we got 2nd and 14. Ball is on the 36. We got Mayfield in the gun. 8:30 left in this game. Mayfield takes a snap back, looking, throwing, and that is incomplete. He was looking for Cade Otton, and that pass was broken up immediately by Joseph there on that stop. That was Kirby Joseph, the safety, for the Lions. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 14. So 3rd and 14 now, 8:27 left in this third quarter. Mayfield lines up in the gun. Mayfield takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. Pressure's coming. He's throwing and overthrows Mike Evans. Incomplete. He was double covered and just wildly overthrown. Stops the clock at 8:22, and that is going to bring up 4th and 14. So we will see the punting unit come on for the Buccaneers once again. So 3 and out now for the Buccaneers. That drive went absolutely nowhere, lost 4 yards. So now we got Jake Camarda on to punt this away. And he gives it the boot, and the Lions are going to be fielding it back around their 22-yard line. We already have a flag down, but that is going to get brought back up to about the 30-yard line. So we will check on this flag here. So it is going to be an illegal formation on the Buccaneers. So that is going to be that'll be enforced on or after the punt. So the Lions will take over at their own 36 actually now. So we got 8:11 left to play in the third quarter. It is still tied up at 10, and we're waiting for one of these teams to do something here with their possession. But again, what are your thoughts? What have your thoughts been about this game so far? For me, I'm watching this game. Looks like a big defensive battle. Both teams giving opposing offenses struggles. I appreciate you, Rick. Yeah, I try to do the no frills kind of stuff here. Time, down, distance, and then describe the formation, and let's go. But yeah, I to be fair though too, I mean the radio broadcasts, they have to make money, and so they do that by doing those drop-ins, right? So like up here in Philadelphia, the radio broadcaster Merrill Reese. Yep. Yeah, the play-by-play broadcaster for the Eagles, Merrill Reese, will he'll have to drop in. He'll be like, that sack was like, and this is iconically now part of the strip sack call that in Super Bowl 52. You hear Merrill Reese's call, and he goes, that sack was brought to you by Chick-fil-A. And so they have to do those radio drop-ins. I mean, they have to make money somehow, so they do that kind of stuff. But yeah, so sometimes we as the listeners can be so desensitized to that over time. But yeah, I definitely... I mean, I try to keep this very straightforward. Just try to time, down, distance, describe the formation, describe the play. So, as best I can. Because I'm seeing at least exactly what you guys are seeing. I'm watching this off of the same NBC broadcast that you're watching it off of. So. We are back from commercial. We have 8:11 left to play in this third quarter, and the Lions are going to work from their own 36. Goff is lining up under center, Montgomery in the backfield. Goff takes a snap back, looking, throwing, caught by Amon-Ra St. Brown, pushed out of bounds at the 44-yard line. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 2 for the Lions. Was pushed out by Davis. So that brings up a nice little 2nd and short for the Lions. And we got Goff lining up under center. We got a back in the backfield. Looks like it's Montgomery. Goff takes a snap, hands it off, and that is going to go maybe a yard forward. The Lions are trying to help him out as much as they can, but they can't pull him. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 1. They finally blow the play dead at the 45-yard line. So Lions, yo Dan, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. It's going all right. Wish my Eagles were playing in this game, but This game's not too bad. Could be a lot worse. And congrats to your 49ers yesterday on advancing to the championship game. We're inside of 7 minutes left. Goff under center. Takes a snap. Back. Looking. Throwing. Caught. And that's going to get across the 50. Down to the 45. Down to the 40. Down to the 30. Down to the 25-yard line. Goes right. That is the first time I believe we're calling his number tonight. That is 89, Brock Wright, the tight end. Dan, how long did it take you to get an appointment from your cardiologist after that game yesterday? That was an exciting game for somebody whose team wasn't in it. Goff lines up under center, takes a snap, hands it off, gonna bounce outside to the 20-yard line. Goes Jameer Gibbs again. He didn't make one. Probably for the better. Probably had a long waiting list. All right, we are going to be inside of 6 minutes left to play in the third quarter of this game here. It's going to be 2nd and 2. That's also true. Yeah. All right, we got 5:45. Goff is in the gun. We got a back to his left. Goff takes a snap, back looking, throwing, and that is going to be caught, and that is going to be a first down for the Lions. That is Sam Laporta, who's back in from injury. Yeah, Bucs defense definitely can hold them. We've got an injured Buccaneers player on the field. Hopefully he's okay. That would be Yaya Diaby lying down on the field. So, again, hopefully he's okay. Looks like he kind of had like 3 or 4 players fall on top of him and at the end of that drive, at the end of that play there. So, yeah, again, hopefully he's hanging in there. But yeah, Bucs defense definitely could hold them here. I could see this game going either way at this point. The Bucs Bucs and Lions have kept it close. But yeah, Dan, I can definitely understand how you were crying tears of joy yesterday. I did catch the end of that game. That was I mean, Brock Purdy's a stellar quarterback. Don't get me wrong about that at all. And definitely going to be a staple of the league for years to come. Jeremiah, thank you so much for stopping by and supporting the channel. I appreciate you. We're in an injury timeout. We got 5:28 left in this third quarter here. Lions have the ball on the Tampa Bay 16-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 when we come back from that. But they got to tend to Yaya Diaby, who was injured on that last play there. So. Alrighty. Hanging out here. If you're new to the channel, please feel free to like and subscribe. Really helps us out. God, as I've alluded to this a couple times here, but I've got some content coming out. It's going to help. This is predominantly an Eagles channel, so that's what I said. I said Purdy. Brock Purdy is a good quarterback. That is what I said. So unless the mic had an issue. You said Puffy. Oh, now I see it. Yeah, took a second there. I didn't see the comment come in. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right, we are coming back from commercial. So, 5:28 left in the third quarter. They're doing, these aerial shots are doing everything they can to make Detroit look like a beautiful city. Alrighty. Goff in the gun, back to his right, takes the snap, back, looking, throws, and that is going to be caught down inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line is Amon-Ra St. Brown, where he gets pushed out of bounds. Yeah, Dan, hopefully you're staying warm as best you can over there in the cold there. Get something hot for lunch. Nice crossing route by Amon-Ra St. Brown. Would have been nice if the Eagles ran a few of them last week. Yeah, I can see that. We got Goff lining up under center. Got Montgomery deep in the backfield. Goff takes a snap, hands it off to Montgomery. Montgomery going to power forward, gets to about the 2-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd and goal. We got 4.5 left in this third quarter here. I can't say I've ever been to Iowa. I know folks who have been to South Dakota, and I know the South Dakota weather can change incredibly rapidly. Because that's not something that we, on the East Coast, we actually take for granted a little bit how long it takes weather to come to us. So we got Goff lining up in the gun, empty backfield, takes a snap, back, looking, throwing, incomplete. It was bounced off of the hands of Josh Reynolds. I apologize. Josh Reynolds. So it was off of his hands. That would have been a touchdown for the Lions. Would have brought up third. Instead, it's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. It's kind of a long one, though. All right, so we got Goff lining up under center. We got Montgomery in the backfield. Man's going in motion. Goff taking the snap, fakes the handoff to Montgomery, and does this whole weird jump shot to Sam Laporta that had no chance of Laporta catching that even in bounds if he could even haul it in. So that's going to bring up 4th and goal for the Lions. Honestly, I don't know why the Lions just decided to try to take plays out of the Eagles playbook. Run, and then 2 passes, and then 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1, let's just throw 2 passes. No, you run the football. And they will leave the offense out on the field, so Goff is going to line up under center, got a back in the backfield. Man in motion, Goff takes a snap, hands it off, and he is in for the touchdown. So the Lions put up a touchdown. The first points of the second half. Rick, that is a good question. Short answer is, if it's the Eagles, I don't know the answer to that question because the Eagles have been, it's been hard to say realistically. It just feels like the Eagles have had the same 6 plays. And yeah, it just hasn't worked. For the Lions there, I don't know. I think those were designed pass plays, so I think that was a coaching call there. I didn't see any changes being made at the line, at least. But yep, the snap hold kick is good for the Lions. So the Lions now go up a full touchdown and an extra point, and they are on top, 17-10. No worries, Dan. Appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for hanging out for a few minutes here. And certainly good luck to your 49ers in the NFC Championship game. That. All right, we got 3:48 left to play in this third quarter. It is going to be Tampa Bay Buccaneers ball when the Lions come by to kick it off. Jared Goff has gone 19 for 31 in the passing game for 156 yards, one touchdown. Compare that to Baker Mayfield, 15 for 22 in the passing game, 198 yards, one touchdown, one pick. That last Lions drive took 10 plays, 64 yards, 4 minutes and 23 seconds. So a couple of longer sustained drives there for the long sustained drive there for the Lions here. What is the longest drive of this game? That would be a good question. So far, the longest drive of the game actually is the Lions' possession that ended in a touchdown in the first half. Lions are on to kick this away, and it is going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Buccaneers will pick up from their own 25-yard line. Looks like Ragnow is back on the sideline getting tended to following that touchdown. He's been going up against Vita Vea, and it's been there. This is going to be a free play for the Bucs. Back looking, going to dump it off to Tompkins, and that is going to be a whole lot of nothing there. But the Lions are going to be got for neutral zone infraction there, so that's going to cost them 5 yards. Jeremiah, do I want the Eagles to keep Nick? Want is a strong word. I think I would mind less keeping Nick than firing Nick. I think everybody both options have a lot of downsides to them. All right, so it's going to be 1st and 5. Ball's on the 30. Mayfield under center takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws incomplete, and that is going to be Cade Otton. And now we've got a flag coming in here. Yeah, both options have a lot of downsides for the team. So, and now we've got an injured Buccaneer. That's going to be pass interference on Brian Branch or on not Brian Branch. I apologize on what's his name? Ifatu Melifonwu. They're going to get, and it's actually holding, so it's not even that. And now there's an injured Buccaneer down, so they're tending to him. Jeremiah, so I think the coordinator's staff all needs to go. I'm sorry, I think they all need to. The Eagles made the wrong decisions at coordinators, and sometimes you have to make those risks. And sorry, see ya. I don't think you write off the head coach for that. Because sometimes you gotta be the one that takes the risks and be the one who is gonna make the decision. And if the decision doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. But at least you tried. Nick does not have, in my opinion, a consistent set of bad decisions that will warrant his removal. But we'll see how that happens there. I think he does need significant offensive help to help improve his scheme, because he was very arrogant at the beginning of the season and saying that they didn't really need to change a whole lot. So we got 1st and 10 now. Mayfield in the gun takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Edmonds. Edmonds going to pick up about 4. But if the Eagles decide to part ways with him, I mean, I wouldn't mind that one way or the other. I wouldn't mind that, or I can see that happening as well. That just sets up a lot of downside, because there's going to be very, very few head coaches that are going to come in, that are going to want to play, that are going to want to coach for a team whose ownership is very trigger happy, so to speak, on that front. So it's going to be 2nd and 6. Ball is on the 39. Mayfield in the gun, back behind him. Mayfield takes a snap back, looking, throwing, and that is going to be caught, and that is going to be a first down. That is by Auten there. And so now we are at 2.5 left to play in this third quarter. So the clock is running. Ball's on the Buccaneers' 48-yard line. It is 1st and 10. And now they break the huddle. Mayfield going to line up in the gun. Got it back behind him. Now he's going to put the back to his right. Mayfield still on the gun. Takes the snap. Back. Looking. Pressure coming. Mayfield fakes the throw. Has to avoid pressure. Hit as he throws. And that is going to be caught for a first down. That is Cade Auten again. And that is going to be putting it on Lions territory, on the Lions 39-yard line, with 1:36 left in the third. Yep, he got both feet down and held on to the football as he survived the ground. That is a catch. Good call by the officials. They're not in a hurry up, I know. I'm not saying they are. I'm just pointing out the time. Mayfield in the gun, back to his right. Mayfield takes a snap, back, looking, throwing wide open is Auten down inside the 20. Trips over himself. He does get up, but he is brought down now at the 12-yard line, and there is now about 50 seconds-ish left to play in the third quarter. Again, not necessarily hurry up, just keeping the time on top of this. So we will see one more play in this third quarter. 34, 33, 32, 31, 30. Baker Mayfield is in the gun with the back behind him. Mayfield takes a snap, does a quick throw, and it is incomplete. Incomplete. A Lions player did try to pick that up. Yeah, no worries. Yeah. They're not in a hurry up. It's still the third quarter. There's still 15 minutes of play. I hear you. Appreciate you asking, though, Rick. All right. So we got 24 seconds left to play in this third quarter. We got Mayfield in the gun. Got it back to his right. Mayfield takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He's got time. He's running out of time. He's throwing. He is going to get. He throws incomplete. They are not going to say that there was it's grounding. There was a receiver in the area, and I think he was also outside of the tackle box anyway. So, 3rd and 10 now for the Buccaneers from the Lions 12. Yeah, he had cleared the tackle box. It wasn't grounding, even if he just kind of threw it away. But I think he's down. On this replay, his shin is down. So I think if I'm the Lions, I'm challenging that. But 16 seconds left. Mayfield takes a snap. He's back. He's going to throw it to Rachaad White. White is in for the touchdown. White is in for the touchdown, and the Buccaneers start to even this game up once again. Neither team being able to get out to an extended lead. The biggest lead of this game has been 7 points. A lot of this game has been spent tied. Now, of course, this is pending result of this extra point here. We will see what happens on that front. McLaughlin on to kick it in. Snap, hold, kick is up and good. And with 10 seconds left to play in this third quarter, it is all tied up once again. We've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions tied at 17. Yeah, they should have challenged that, though. They're showing this replay. They should have challenged. Mayfield was down by contact, but they did not. So, alas. So we got 15 minutes and 10 seconds left of game clock. 10 seconds until the third quarter winds down. Then 15 more minutes after that. And then we will have the NFC Championship matchup set. So Camarda on to kick this away, and it is going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions will get the ball to start on their own 25-yard line, and we'll see what they can do. All right, so we got Goff lining up under center. Got a back behind him. Goff sends St. Brown in motion. Goff takes a snap. Hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to get up to about the 30-yard line. And that is going to do it for the third quarter. All right, yeah, I'm sorry that sorry to hear you can't get the NBC channel on your TV there, Rick, but one of the reasons why I do this. All right, we are moving into the fourth quarter. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the Lions 30 when we come back. Fourth quarter coming up. 15 minutes left to play. All tied. I should also move my marker here too. There we go. All righty. Do you use like a, Rick, do you use like a digital antenna, or do you use like something like DirecTV or what have you? Or do you have like cable, like some variety of cable? Because I mean, if there's a weak signal, I can understand the concern there. I'm just curious. Alrighty. During that third quarter, quarterbacks were pretty even again. Mayfield was 6 for 10 for 78 yards. He was sacked once, cost him 9 yards. One touchdown. Jared Goff, meanwhile, 5 for 9, 57 yards. 29 yards was his longest pass of the third quarter. You have digital? Okay. Yeah. Sorry the signal's not better. both teams had about the same number of rushing yards. Um, on the same number of carries, actually. The Buccaneers had 20 rushing yards during the third quarter on 5 carries. The Lions had 19 on 5 carries. All right, we are coming back from the commercial break here. Craig Reynolds, by the way, was the running back on the Lions touchdown run. So he got 2nd and 4. Ball's on the 31. Goff lines up under center. Goff takes a snap back, looking, throwing, caught by Gibbs. Gibbs gets up to about the 42-yard line before he is dropped. And we are at 14:50 left in this game. So 12-yard pickup brought down by David and Neal for the Buccaneers. So now 1st and 10, ball is on the 42. Goff takes a snap, back, looking, throws, and that is going to be caught by Reynolds, Josh Reynolds, and that gets down inside the 40 to the 39-yard line of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So the Lions getting into Buccaneers territory. So that's going to bring up a Lions first down. Goff in the gun, back to his left. Goff takes a snap, hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs going to get down to the 35-yard line, bounces out of bounds at about the 31-yard line, brings up 2nd and 2. That was Davis on the stop for the Buccaneers. Looks like one of the Buccaneers players getting carted off again. Hopefully he's okay. Goff under center, takes a snap, hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs breaks forward for the first down, gets down to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. In for the touchdown is Jahmyr Gibbs, and that is going to put the Lions ahead again here. Good question, Rick. How do I compare these two teams with the others? Let me take 1 second here. So in the NFC, I think the Lions are definitely the better team holistically. I think the Buccaneers are riding the hot hand right now because they won 5 of their last 6 to get into the postseason. And they just beat the Eagles last week. Lions snap, hold kick is up, and it is good. So the Lions now up by 7, 24-17 with 3:13 left to play in this game. So I think between these two teams, I think the Lions are the better team, but the Buccaneers are riding the hot hand, and I think that is helping the Buccaneers' performance out a little bit. But these two teams, especially these two teams' defenses, are really good. I think whatever team gets to the NFC Championship game is going to give San Francisco a little bit of a hard time. And then from there, realistically speaking, I don't think the Bucs have a chance to win the Super Bowl. I think if the Bucs win today and then they go up against San Francisco, I think San Francisco's offense is just going to be that a little just enough better. So I think if the Buccaneers win today, I think San Francisco is definitely the surer bet to get to the Super Bowl. If the Lions win, the NFC Championship game is going to be anybody's game, anybody's guess. Because I think those two, I think the Lions have the best shot to give San Francisco a run for its money. And then the AFC remaining would be Baltimore, and then Kansas City and Buffalo. All of those teams could be problematic for any of the teams that are playing today. So, it could be very problematic. I think Baltimore would probably, of these guys, I think Baltimore, Baltimore is the undisputed best team. And then I think from there, it's anybody's guess. I haven't really sat down and delved into like the individual teams and which team is better, which team is not. I think it all depends on the matchups that you have at this point. So, hope that helps. We are coming back from the commercial. The Lions are getting ready to kick this away. This will be the last home game this season for the Lions. If the Lions win the game again, they have to go to Levi Stadium since San Francisco is the number 1 seed. Josh Reynolds going off to the locker room. Hopefully he's okay. He is going off under his own power, so could see him back out. Fox is going to come on to kick this one. And it is going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Buccaneers will get the ball to start on their own 25. So we got 1st and 10, ball is on the 25. Mayfield in the gun, back to his right. Got a man going in motion, lines up in the slot to the near side is Godwin. Mayfield takes the snap, throws, incomplete. He was looking for White behind the line of scrimmage anyway, incomplete. That will bring up 2nd and 10 for the Lions. Dan, good to stop you. Good for you to stop by here. Personally, I think the Lions were probably... going into this game, I thought the Lions were going to be the team that was winning. So going into this game, I had thought the Lions were going to be the team that's winning, and certainly they are right now. But I was just hoping for a good game. Mayfield in the gun, back to his right. Mayfield takes a snap, back, looking, throwing, hit as he throws, incomplete. He was looking for Auten, and nothing there. The Eagles fan in me, I guess, just wanted the Lions to knock the Buccaneers out because I don't want to see the as much as the Buccaneers are a divisional round winner. Love to see the Lions avenge us. Yeah, Mayfield was hit as he threw. He was under pressure. There was not a lot there. All right, so that brings up 3rd and 10 for the Buccaneers. 13 minutes and 4 seconds left in this game. Mayfield in the gun, takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It is caught by White. It is behind the line of scrimmage. White is going to get pushed out of bounds at the 30, and that is going to bring up 4th and 4. They will credit him to the 31, and that is going to bring up the punting unit. Yeah, kind of like how I wanted the Packers to win last night because I wanted the 49ers out. I was really hoping for an NFC North Bowl in the championship round. But alas, that was not to be. So we got 12 and a half left in this game, and the Buccaneers punting unit is on after a 3 and out. And Camarda is on to kick it away. Almost blocked. And that is going to get fielded, bounced around the 10-yard line, and is going to get down officially at the 11. Lions are very lucky they did not get called with running into the kicker for that one, because there was some contact made at the end. Yeah, Baltimore's been... Baltimore definitely earned their number 1 seed. Oh, I'm glad that glad you're pulling for the NFC East teams, Dan. All right, so we got Goff under center. Goff takes the snap, back, looking, throws, caught, and that is going to get up to about the 14-yard line. So that is going to bring up a 2nd down and 7 with 12 minutes left in this game. That was Sam Laporta on the reception. Both teams do have all 3 timeouts. Not that that's strictly relevant right now. It would be more relevant if one of the teams had spent theirs. Yeah, most times. I understand that. I understand that. So we got 2nd and 7 coming right up, and there is an injured Buccaneers player. It looks like that's Jamal Dean on the injury there. So again, hopefully he's okay. Injured trying to pull Laporta down. So we have a injury stoppage right now. 11:48 left in this game. I will say this: I did as much as these two defenses are really good. I was not expecting it to be this much of a defensive slugfest, and honestly, I was not expecting it to be this even. I mean, I'm going back to the time of possession battle because that's usually that's a big indicator for me of how even the game is. The time of possession battle, the Buccaneers have 25 minutes and 49 seconds. The Lions, who have the ball now and who've had a drive fewer in this half, have had the ball for 22 minutes and 23 seconds. So actually, the Lions drive evens out now. So yeah, I mean, that's where we're... I mean, yeah, this game is pretty even, at least in terms of, like... Yep, I'm not disputing that part of it. Lions are doing a little bit better on the ground right now. They've got 98 rushing yards compared to the Buccaneers' 89. But the Buccaneers, where they're short in the ground game, they are more than making up for in the passing game. Buccaneers have 239 passing yards to the Lions' 185. But both teams have about the same number of first downs. The Buccaneers have 18, Lions have 17. At halftime, the biggest discrepancy was the penalties, but the Lions have almost evened that up. Buccaneers had 1 penalty in the second half. The Lions have incurred 3 infractions. So that's where that's at. And Mayfield has more sacks, I will say, too. Mayfield has been sacked 3 times, costing the Buccaneers 26 yards. And Mayfield also only has the only turnover. So we are back now, 11:40 left in the game. Goff under center, takes the snap, throws, caught. First down, gets to about the 25-yard line. That is David Montgomery. We have 11.5 left in this game. Jamal Dean getting looked at on the sideline. Again, hopefully he's okay. That was an 11-yard pickup for the Lions there, and so it's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Goff lines up under center, backs in the backfield. Goff takes the snap, fakes the handoff, back looking, throws wide open is Jamison Williams, and Jamison Williams gets pushed out of bounds at the Detroit 49-yard line. So that is a 1st down for the Lions. That's a 24-yard pickup. That's a big, big 1st down for the Lions. They are moving this football in the 4th quarter here. So 1st and 10. Goff lines up under center. Men in motion. Going to the near side. Montgomery deep in the backfield. Takes a snap. He's back. He hands it off to Montgomery. Montgomery picks up a yard. Gets to about midfield. That's Kalijah Cansey there on the stop. As well as Buccaneers number 54 is Levante David. So we are at 10 minutes left in this game. I don't know. I'm not sure I buy that there, Dan. We got Goff in the gun, back to his right. Goff takes a snap back, looking, and he is going to get sacked. Loses a whole bunch there, gets pushed back to about the 43-yard line. I'm not sure I buy that theory. And, I mean, it might, depending on where how much time the Buccaneers get the ball back with. But if the Buccaneers get the ball back with some degree of time, and then the Lions get a 3 and out, the Buccaneers still have all 3 timeouts. So we got Goff in the gun. Goff takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. That is going to be caught by Amon-Ra St. Brown. Gets up to the 1st down marker down at around the 41-yard line of the Buccaneers. Actually, they will credit him to the 40. So that is going to bring up 1st and 10 from the Buccaneers 40-yard line. Zion McCollum and Levante David are on the stop there for the Buccaneers. Yeah, Amon-Ra St. Brown picks up the 1st down for the Lions. Yeah, I could see that happening too. Again, this has been a big defensive slugfest. Goff is in the gun, back to his left. Amon-Ra St. Brown goes in motion to the slot on the far side. Goff takes a snap, back, looking, throws, and that is going to be caught by Jahmyr Gibbs. Gets the 1st down, gets to the 25, to the 20, pushed out of bounds at the 18-yard line. And with 8:08 left to play in this game, the Lions get another 1st down. They will actually credit him up to the 20-yard line. So it's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Lions from the 20. So the Lions are in the red zone on this drive. And they are moving the football. So we got Goff in the gun. We got Montgomery to his left. That's Gibbs to his left. Goff takes a snap. Back, looking, throws, caught by Laporta, gets down to the 15, down to the 13-yard line. And that is going to bring up a 2nd and 3 situation for the Lions. Clock is running. 7:20 left in this game. 7:17, 7:16, 7:15, 7:14. Lions going a little hurry up here. Lions line up. Goff is in the gun. Back to his left. Goff takes a snap. Hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs going to power forward. Gets inside the 10 for a 1st down for the Lions. It's going to bring up 1st and goal from the 9. 6:54, 6:53, 6:52, 6:51, 6:50 left in this game. A touchdown, I will say, probably secures this for the Lions at this point. Again, maybe not a field goal, but a touchdown most likely. Goff in the gun. Montgomery to his left. Laporta goes in motion to the near side. Goff takes a snap. Back, looking, throwing for the end zone. And that is going to be caught for the touchdown. That is Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions have put up a 2-touchdown lead on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That was a 10-play, 89-yard drive. Took 5 minutes and 50 seconds. And with 6:22 left in this game, the Lions have put up a 2-touchdown lead, and they are about to kick the extra point. Badgley on to kick it. Snap, hold, kick is up and good. So with 6:22 left to play in this game, the Detroit Lions are on top, 31-17. And now if you are the Buccaneers, you are in crunch time. You're starting to think about clock control, starting to think about those kinds of processes there. But yeah, this touchdown may have just sent the Lions to the championship game. It's very, very likely here at this point. Because the Buccaneers need 2 touchdowns just to tie this game. They need to march down the field both times. And they need to do it with 6:22 left. So, we shall see. Lions fans celebrating. The last time the Detroit Lions have appeared in the NFC Championship game was the only time that the Lions have appeared in the NFC Championship game. Almost complete, yep. The only time the Lions have appeared in the NFC Championship game was on January 12th, 1992, when the Lions lost 41-10 to the Washington Redskins. Fox kicks that out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Buccaneers are going to get this to start at their own 25-yard line, and we will see what happens. Appreciate y'all hanging out. If you have not already, please feel free to like and subscribe. No problem, Rick. Thanks for stopping by. Mayfield takes a snap, back looking, throws, and that is going to be caught by Godwin. That is a first down for the Buccaneers. It was before I was alive, so I'm not. I don't remember it, Dan. Mayfield, back looking, throws, tipped at the line, incomplete. And we are now at 3rd and 10. I'm sorry, we're at 2nd and 10 for the Buccaneers. 5:57 left in this game. Looks like that was tipped by Kaminsky there for the Lions. So, 2nd and 10. 5:57 left. Mayfield in the gun. Back to his left. Mayfield takes the snap. Back, looking. Free man coming. Mayfield is avoiding sacks, and now he's just going to have to deal with it. 3 people coming in. He does get sacked finally. And that is going to... there's a little bit of chippiness at the end there. Brings up 3rd and 14. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and now we have a timeout called. That is going to be the first timeout of the night, of this half for the Buccaneers. They have 2 more remaining. Yeah, I will say that is true. Washington not being in... I was going to say, I have not been alive for Washington in the NFC Championship games, so... they're putting a couple seconds back on, so 5:41 will remain on the clock for the Lions. I'm sorry, for the Buccaneers in this game. So it's going to be 3rd and 14 for the Buccaneers. This is definitely 4-down territory. Ball's on their own 32. They must get 2 touchdowns. So now that's why you're rooting for the Lions right now, is because you need to break the curse. Mayfield in the gun, takes a snap, back looking, throwing, overthrows Chris Godwin, incomplete. It's like the path, like when Aragorn walks through the paths of the dead, and he calls the deceased to service. So we got 4th and 14 now for the Buccaneers. Mayfield in the gun, back to his left. Season on the line. Mayfield back, looking, pressure coming. He's going to throw. Wide open is Mike Evans, and that is going to get down to the Lions' 44-yard line. And that he is down in bounds, so that is important there. The clock is running. So 1st and 10. Mayfield in the gun, back to his right. Mayfield back, looking, throwing, and that is going to be caught by Moore there. That is a 1st down for the Buccaneers. So 2 quick 1st downs in a row. So Mayfield in the gun now, back to his right. Mayfield takes a snap, back looking, throwing, and that is going to be caught by Godwin. That is another 1st down. That's another quick pickup there. 17-yard pickup. I'm looking through here now. The Lions lost in 97, it looks like. The Lions have lost a couple of times. All right, so we got 4:46 left in this game. Ball is on the 16-yard line. It is 1st and 10. Mayfield in the gun. Back, looking, throwing, incomplete. So we got 4:41 left in this game. 2nd and 10. Ball's on the 16. Mayfield in the gun. Back to his left. Mayfield takes a snap. Back, looking, firing. Caught. Touchdown is Mike Evans. 4:37 left in this game. And the Buccaneers have just made it a 1-score game. Or a 1-touchdown game. I apologize. Buccaneers not going down without a fight. Hang on. The Washington Redskins beat the Detroit Lions in 2019. It was 19-16 was the final score on that. Yeah, no worries there, Dan. All right, the Buccaneers are going for a 2-point conversion here. So I accidentally gave them credit for kicking the point after touchdown. They are going for a 2-point conversion. So Mayfield under center takes a snap back, looking, throwing, incomplete, no flags, even though Mike Evans was looking for one. And that is going to it's going to be 31-23. So now the Buccaneers need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it, and they need the football with enough time left to march down the field. Yeah, I don't know how you missed that one. But yeah, like I just went on. Oops. It'd help if I didn't do that. But yeah, the Redskins, when they were the Redskins, they defeated the Detroit Lions 19-16. So yeah, they kind of let him. They did kind of let him play there a little bit. So all right, so now if you're the Buccaneers, you need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie this game. And you need it with enough time to get down the field. There's 4:37 left in this game. The Lions do get the ball. So unless the Buccaneers are successful in recovering an onside kick, yeah, I'm not disputing that based off of that history. It looks like there, Dan. I was just, you guys do play them. You guys do play them quite frequently because of. Or have historically played them quite frequently because you both have been occupying the bottom of the divisions for quite some time. So the Buccaneers do have 2 timeouts. Lions have all 3 if they decide they want to use them. There is no advantage to the Lions using them at all, so I would not expect the Lions to be calling any timeouts. Lions just need to churn clock and force the Buccaneers to spend their clock stoppages. And again, the 2-minute warning is at play here as well because there's 4:37 left on the clock. So if the Lions are able to force the Buccaneers to spend their timeouts and then get past the 2-minute warning, a first down will win the game. But that's the scenario. So the Lions need to figure out a way to hold on to the ball for 2 minutes 37 seconds and then one more first down. They're replaying this. I can see why Evans was begging for the flag, but I can also see why they didn't get it. Yeah, I mean, well, when your franchise changes your name twice in 3 years, and also changes ownership, I can see why it feels like an eternity. Buccaneers kick it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback, so the Lions will get the ball to start on their own 25-yard line. And the Buccaneers defense had better show up if they would like any chance of winning this game. Because the Lions are going to be trying to churn as much clock as humanly possible here. Goff lines up under center, back in the backfield. St. Brown going in motion. Goff takes the snap, back, throws to St. Brown. St. Brown picks up the first down, stays inbounds, so the clock continues to run. We're at 4:26, 4:25, 4:24, 4:23 left in this game. Number 35 of the Buccaneers getting carted off, so again, hopefully he's okay. So they're showing that footage now here. All right, so we are at 4 minutes. First and 10. Ball on the 40. Goff under center. Takes a snap. Back. Hands it off to Montgomery. Montgomery powering forward. Picks up the first down. Gets to the Buccaneers' 49-yard line. clock continues to run because he is still inbounds. We are at 3:43, 3:42, 3:41, 3:40, 3:39 left in this game. 1st and 10. Ball is on the 49-yard line of the Buccaneers. That's where they actually credited him. The Lions' last 3 drives have all resulted in touchdowns, and they are moving the ball well right now. They're at 3:17, 3:16. Goff lining up under center. Back in the backfield is Montgomery. Laporta goes in motion. Goff takes a snap, fakes a toss to Montgomery. Goff running around in the backfield. Finally, pressure catches up to him. He is going to get sacked, and that is going to cause somebody to take a timeout. It looks like that is going to be Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay taking their second charged timeout of the half with 1 remaining. Hang on, no, they do not. I don't know if they took a timeout. They get they do call somebody for illegal use of hands to the face. They get the Buccaneers for hands to the face. Refs calling hands to the face on the Buccaneers. That's Davis, by the way, that they got. So the Buccaneers do get their second timeout back. All right, so Goff under center, 1st and 10. Goff takes the snap, back looking, and is going to get up to, hands it off, gets up to about the 41-yard line. That is, who was that on the run? It's kind of a cluster. I didn't really quite catch it. Montgomery there on the run there. Montgomery picks up 3 yards, gets to the 41-yard line, brings up 2nd and 7. And now the Buccaneers take a timeout. With 2:54 left in this game. The Buccaneers have taken their second timeout. They have 1 remaining. So we have 2nd and 7. Ball is on the 41-yard line. Goff under center, takes a snap, fakes the handoff, throws to Montgomery behind the line of scrimmage. It is caught, though, but he is downed immediately. The clock continues to run. 2:43, 2:42, 2:41, 2:40. It is 3rd down for the Lions. From the Buccaneers 45, it is 3rd and 11. 2.5 left in this game. Buccaneers have 1 more timeout plus the 2-minute warning. The Lions do have to run a play before the 2-minute warning hits. Goff in the gun, back to his left. St. Brown going in motion. 1st down, probably going to put an end to this game here. Goff takes a snap, back, looking, throwing, incomplete. He was not really thrown. There was nobody really there. He kind of overthrew St. Brown, if you're going to make that argument, but nothing there. That also gives a free stoppage of the clock. It is 4th and 11 for the Lions. And now, if you are the Lions, what do you do here? It looks like Goff is coming off the field, and they're going to send on. Who are they sending on? It looks like they are sending on Jack Fox there to punt it away. .206 left. And the kick is away. And it's a booming kick. And it is going to be fielded at the 10-yard line. So we have reached the 2-minute warning. That punt does trigger the 2-minute warning, so we have 1:59 left in this game. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers need to go 90 yards with one timeout with 119 seconds. In order to get a touchdown, and then they need a 2-point conversion to tie the game. It is the Lions up 31-23. So, you were kind of right there, Dan. Towards the end, the Buccaneers defense did come to play. On the end of that, those last couple of plays there. But still, if you're the Lions, you have no incentive to stop this clock right now because the best that the Buccaneers can do is tie. They have one clock stoppage, so they're going to be playing for sidelines. They're going to be playing deep ball. They're going to be playing. For first downs, trying to move this ball downfield pretty quickly. If you are new to the channel here, please feel free to like and subscribe. It really helps. We definitely try to cover the NFL on a broader scale to the extent that we can. The Eagles is the main focus of this channel. So, but we're just here having fun watching this game. So, just hanging out. But yeah, please feel free to like, subscribe, share. It really helps the channel out. We are coming to the end here, folks. It's hard to believe that we are this deep into the postseason. Coming to the end of football for the year. We'll have some content here for the off season. I'm working on that. Working on trying to get some awesome stuff lined up for you. So it is going to be 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line for the Buccaneers. Minute 59 left in this game. Buccaneers have one timeout. Mayfield is in the gun with an empty backfield. Mayfield takes the snap. Back, looking, throwing, and that is going to be caught by Mike Evans. He is down inbounds at the 15-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Got a minute 48, 47, 46, 45, 44 left in this game. Mayfield in the gun, takes the snap, back, looking, throwing, intercepted, and that is going to be the game for the Lions. The Lions have intercepted Baker Mayfield, and that is going to end this game and send the Lions to the NFC Championship game. The biggest interception of the Lions season so far. It was picked off by Derek Barnes, who undercut the route looking for Cade Otton. And he's down, and the Lions, for the 2nd time in franchise history, and the 1st time since 1992, are going to the NFC Championship game, where they will face off against the San Francisco 49ers. And it's quite ironic. As Dan, you pointed out, it is quite ironic. Both NFC divisional round games end on a game-ending interception. Goff takes the knee. We are at a 122, 121, 120 left in this game. They're just counting down the seconds. The Lions have delivered for the city of Detroit something they have not experienced in a long time. Goff takes one more knee, one more kneel down, and it is going to be over. there are fans who have not been alive since the last time the Lions were in the NFC Championship game. And they're getting ready with one more kneel down to deliver their fans that experience, and that will do it. One more kneel down, and the Lions are going to the NFC Championship game. They will face off against the San Francisco 49ers at Levi's Stadium in San Francisco. And we have one matchup set. One matchup still to go for this divisional round that remains. It is the Buffalo Bills taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. That game will be broadcast on CBS and Paramount Plus if you are tuning in for that. But Lions fans, Detroit fans everywhere can rejoice. They are on the prowl. And there is nobody who is safe from that team. So the Detroit Lions defeat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by a final score of 31-23. And you were kind of right there. It did take a defensive performance. It was a defensive brawl. It was a slugfest. That's all right, yeah. If you can talk to people and have an opinion, you are qualified to be a talk radio host. What a way for this Lions season to go out they're still going. As Baker Mayfield walking off, they did the celebratory, the handshake, the photo taken. Buccaneers making it this deep. They were riding the hot hand, but unfortunately their hot hand has run out, and the Lions were able to outlast them. And Detroit can rejoice that they are going to be back in the NFC Championship game. Jared Goff excited on the sideline. Everybody in Ford Field just taking it all in. So that game, that marks the end of the game for this. Again, Lions going to be facing off against the San Francisco 49ers next week. And then that will be the late game, I believe, because the early game is the AFC Championship game. That game will be the Baltimore Ravens is taking on the winner of the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Buffalo Bills. That game will be coming on, I presume, soon. And then from there, it's just going to be a fun time. This was a good game. Again, it wasn't like a shootout per se. It was two very evenly matched teams going at it. But the Lions are now very much playing with house money, and we'll see how that pans out. But I appreciate y'all hanging out. Again, I wasn't sure exactly how this was going to go. This was yep, Dan, you're playing the Lions. Yeah, again, Dan, Dan M, I was saying, I mean, this could be the Lions having to go through and play the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. Could be, what was it? Again, like the paths of the dead. So, I don't know. We shall see. That's going to be an exciting game. The number one and the number 3 seeds going at it. Or I'm sorry, the number 1 and the number 2 seed. Yeah, because the Lions knocked off the Packers. No, the Lions knocked off. No, the Packers knocked off the Cowboys. So the Packers were 7, so the Cowboys had to have been 2. Yeah, my bad. We're good. On to, yep, that's going to be the biggest game of the conference. Yeah, I mathed it out. I was second guessing myself. I should not have second guessed myself. We're good. Thanks for the help, though, Dan. Alrighty. Well, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, this was not an Eagles game. I was not sure who or how many people would tune in, but this was fun. I enjoyed being able to share this game with you. My plan next week, I will not be able to stream Kansas City Buffalo. So I'm going to be hopping off here, but my plan next week is to stream both of the conference championship games. So no worries. No, don't crowd me. You didn't crowd me at all. No fault of anybody here. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you, Dan. Appreciate you, Cornman. Appreciate you, everybody who tuned in over the course of this stream for chiming in, supporting the channel. Really helps. If you have not already and you're still here, please feel free to like and subscribe. Really helps out the channel, helps us grow. And then over the course of this next week or so, we will, my hope is to have some content out for you. I'm just hammering out a few details for that to occur. But, yeah, this was a good game. And tonight's game is going to be an exciting game as well. But I'm going to sign off because I got to grab dinner. You were on time, Dan. Trust me. Even if you show up with 5 seconds left, you're on time. But folks, thank you so much for tuning in and supporting Birds Nest Media. I'm Joe Donahue, and even though they weren't playing, let's go Eagles. On to the off. And good game to the Lions. Looking forward to seeing them next week.